Peace, y'all. It's the legendary OG Cuddy Mac. I'm on hiatus with Yo Afro and B Love. Substitute right now is Coach Cuddy. So we're going to start off this show with a happy 60th anniversary to Baldwin Hills Youth Organization. This is the founder here. I believe she has passed, but she has definitely left a legacy for over 60 years, service to the community. You dig? Without further ado, here's Coach Cuddy. I look like Soul Brother Legendary, but we're not the same people. But we're going to continue with Cliff Love Part 2. Enjoy. I'm out. Polo, what up, Cuddy Mac? What you giving them, Jack? Should have brought on some intro music. While everybody's coming in, once again, this is brought to you by What Up, Cuddies? Westlaw Scandalous, the book and web series, and Deaf Eye Radio. No, the interview ain't over, Cuddy Mac. We got some good ones left to go. Buddha bless. What it do? Oh, here's from your building, Igmatic. Yes, sir. 33 Lafayette, man. I feel like honored to have danced across the floor of the greats before me. That was that's that moment I felt like I arrived. I'm like, man, I'm dancing in the living room. Dango Beats. This is the co-producer of Westlaw Scandalous. Makes all the score, all that good mood music you hear. Tailor-made to fit the scene. Yep, where the folks at, man? Yeah, man. What years were you living there, bro, Shaq? What up, Born? Charlie. Much respect. Keep it fly. All right, that's my boy B Love. Get him up in here. That's Soul Brother Legend. That's Coach Cuddy. Bro, you digging it, mama? You digging it? They not the same people.
We got a long list of fools coming up, too. C Lover, Boogie. Cornbread. It's Cornbread. What's up, bro? Shot?
Guy Smiley, a.k.a. Cornbread,
Cuddy,
a.k.a. Jay Leno's great nephew. Cornbread is Jay Leno's great nephew. Did you know that?
Oh, yeah, I need them sticks, Born. Nope, I didn't know that, Cuddy.
You didn't know that, V-Love?
Yeah, we were Boogie and
Cornbread is Jay Leno's great nephew.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Cornbread from IBM Dancers.
Yeah, Cornbread.
Yeah, Cornbread, yeah. Look at that chin.
Yeah. Okay.
People on right now?
How you doing, Jason?
Huh?
You don't watch it.
Are people back on right now?
Yeah, they back. Everybody shouting you out, shouting out everybody.
Hey, you know what's crazy, Ledge?
What's up, Black?
I got on my glasses, but I can't really see good. I got on my glasses.
Mm-hmm.
So what the heck are people people's names are popping up on the thing?
Yeah, everybody here.
I seen hearts go up. Is Stretch on there? Did the Stretch come on?
Stretch in here, Cuddy up in here chilling.
Yeah, Stretch was
on. Stretch is full-fledged Cuddy Mike. So that's why I'm glad you said that, because it almost missed where I'm supposed to be. Now, from my eyes, and from a lot of our eyes, especially when it comes to the dance part, I think the most cats that's most instrumental in bridging West Coast, first, you know what I'm saying, was our boy Big Daddy and Muff with the LL connection, correct? From Uncle Jam, right?
LA
But as far as all us, It's definitely New Edition and you. Because like I said, we met, you introduced us to Stretch, and from there the dominoes all started to fall in place. But and like I said, now I'm listening to you looking at Jeffrey Daniels and things like that. So where was the connection? Was like, okay, they different than us, but we all on the same vibe. What you felt that no, like we connected?
When we connected,
Mm-hmm. Or no, matter of fact, not even tell that story. Just say, what was your connection to the West Coast so strong? Because people trip out this all the time. I heard King T from LA. I heard that album in full in your bedroom for the first.
my bond to Los Angeles and my connection was my big brother, who I love dearly and respect, is the great DJ Pooh.
Okay.
DJ Pooh is my glue. DJ Pooh is my ghetto fabulous pass into the streets of Los Angeles.
Okay.
Straight to Crenshaw. When
Okay.
I met Pooh in 1986, to make a long story short, at a gentleman's store in Los Angeles by the name of Scotty D. He was equivalent, he was the Los Angeles' version of Dapper Dan.
Mm-hmm.
And Scotty D had a Scotty D's Feeler shop. So Grandmaster D and Jam Master J would always wear his dope pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And he would have these dope, his version of the Fila suit. So in New York, we was Fila rocking cats, the whole Get Fresh crew and my man Butter and Dardo and all my cats uptown and all my cats in Brooklyn, Ketchup, and all my cats who I ran with, flipping tile on my Fulton Street heads. So I made it my business. I had my paper, and I was gonna go to Scotty D's Fila shop, so I could go back to Brooklyn. On the turntables cutting shit up. So when we walked in the store, I'm there to buy pieces. But these guys, it's time, time. And they playing rock the bells, bells. And I'm looking like this. I've seen all the best DJs on the planet Earth out of New York City. But I've never seen nobody chop the record up and scratch the record, because again, the way you guys was dancing rapid speed as the Soul Brother, Too Young, So Sweet. The groovers, KB and Kenny, y'all, and Bozak, Cats was giving them that fast. So I walked in the store. That's how these guys were DJing. So I was stuck on DJ Pooh and King T. So if any he came to the hotel that night. We was in Los Angeles for a month straight doing mad shows. Pooh stayed in my room. I said, don't go back to the Scotty D's Feeler shop. And he came and he hung out and he stayed there while we was on our run. And 3 months later, he was at my doorstep. And DJ Pooh lived with me for 3 years in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. He lived with me. And then from that point on, Pooh went on and he produced Going Back to Cali for LL Cool J with Rick Rubin. He produced I'm Bad with his partner Bobcat, and all them cats came to Brooklyn. So when I came to Los Angeles around the OJ time, Pooh I went on and I started and Pooh started doing movies and music videos, and he did the movie The Wash and Three Strikes and all these films. He was doing all these music videos for Cam and Solo and Layback and all of these dope LAMCs, Deadly Threat. You know, all these cats that was dope introduced me to Rick Freeman, and rest in peace to the homie Marv. All of these beautiful people from Los Angeles. I met Mac 10 early on when Mac 10 wasn't even, he was just getting into the rap game.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that.
Yeah. So that's when I met Pooh. I mean, Pooh gave me the pass and go out here and get it, Cliff, because he returned the favor because he lived with me for 3 years in Brooklyn. He was running the streets of Brooklyn on the train, going to Chung King House of Metal, making records with Bobcat, so that's my blueprint, and that's the connection of me in Los Angeles and the big homie Lusky from Soul Train, the Godfather. If I say the Godfather, y'all, I mean Lusky, because he's the Don Dada. That's OG Cuddy Mac.
And so once you establish that, the Cuddy Mac bond. Yeah, exactly. So when we all jumped on that groove.
Brody, Loki. Stretch, and we went to Lucy's on Pico and La Brea.
Yeah.
Right there, I was just in my house.
It was like 2 a.m, Brody. And
Was it raining?
Man, and KB Kimball was in there with us. We was in there screaming, and this convertible top wouldn't come up.
Hey, y'all realize how many people he named and we in one car?
Brody, I swear to God, but that's how skinny we was. We was just young. And Ski had on all black. It's like he wore a Soul Train outfit at 3 a.m. He was a real boy. And we were at Lucy's getting busy. We was dancing. Ski said, wait a minute. We got to get out. And ripping it more. And he was like, hey, stop it, Cuddy. So we was in Cuddy Mac mode, and all of us riding in the car like this.
All squeezed together.
Hitting each other with neck shots. Man, I swear to God.
You would Ski be rolling he be rolling the joint and playing the radio at the same time.
Ski was like
He could be driving with
octopus.
his knees. Oh,
And he didn't have a radio in the car, he had a box. So Ski was playing his music. Hey, you got that new Cool J? Let's play some Milk is Chillin'. Ski played that record, Milk is Chillin' 100 times. It's like, Ski, there's another cut after that. Brody, what you giving him? Repeat offender. Oh, I'm sorry. I had to go into that tangent, Brody. I'm sorry, bro. That was
man, you're supposed to. So just like Hip Hop Boogie was your calling. So did you know Cuddy Mac was your calling?
Brody, when I got introduced to the Cuddy Mac and just being a fan of Louis on Soul Train and not knowing, like me and my mother, we would just watch Ski every Saturday, and I thought his name was Kevin.
Everybody got a different name for him everywhere.
Yeah. And when we came to the Long Beach riots in '86, Raising Hell tour, and I told Ecstasy and Grandmaster D, you gotta invite my man Soul Train. Yo, Brody, it was like meeting Michael Jackson. It was the Cuddy Mac Ski, and I just remember him coming, and he finally got there. Ecstasy was yelling, "Yo, Cliff Love, your boy's here, Big Lou." And Ski came in the dressing room, Brody, and I never forget. His mother made him a sandwich. He had a paper bag like he was in high school. Yo, he had a paper bag, Brody, and he had a sandwich, and he had a canned soda, and he had a bag of potato chips. And Ski had a lunch chicken with him. We had a goddamn concert with 50,000 people in the Long Beach Arena, and Ski is standing there, and he in character now. He knew I wanted to meet him. I was a super fan, right?
Yeah.
And he was in character. He was like, bro, shut up. So he put his sandwich bag on top of the garbage can in the dressing room. He looked at me close like this. I said, this nigga about to kiss me? I don't go that way. He said, Cuddy Mac, are you faithful? I said, what the hell does he mean faithful? He said, are you a true Lord? Are you a true son of Nida? Shout out to him. I was like, what is he talking about? He was like, bro, I'm like Mr. Miyagi. I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? So after the concert and all the mayhem, the riot, and people it was just a tragic night. And I remember,
saw what that real crippling blood was about that night.
It was world news. We looking up.
So what Ski gave you introduction? Keep going.
So it's 2 a.m. So I didn't know Ski was the king of. He was just the king of fly. Yeah. And you know, if anybody knows Ski, that's Ski. It ain't vanity. It ain't I'm that cat. He's like, let's take some pictures, Brody. We went up in the stands. Blood is everywhere. It's chaos and mayhem. Me and Ski started posing, and we started doing I'm doing all the moves that I learned from him on Soul Train. I'm following him, and he's taking all these pictures, and both of us, and somebody taking the pictures of us. And that from that point on, me and Ski became best friends. And he introduced me to all of you guys, and that's why me and Stretch went that next year. No, that year. Me and Stretch went to that Soul Brothers party.
Yeah.
Because he was like, yo, this cat is hella cool. And I met the homie Kimball. You know, big shout out to KB. When I moved to Los Angeles, getting on my feet, I lived in the jungles. I was in the J's. Big shout out to my man Daryl Ephraim. And I just met all the rest of the, but I was already friends with you, Legend, and all the rest of the Cuddy Macs. But it just morphed into this whole thing, and Ricky and us got tight. Me and Ralph got tight. Me and Ronnie got tight. The whole NE crew. So all of us, like, that's the Godfather, and it's just all of us. We all are just like, we all the Lords of Dida. It's like Ski's the Godfather, and he just gave us the whole Cuddy Mac. So when you see the groups like Straight Ahead, when you see Pluke, and you see all them fly girls that dance for New Edition, that dance for BBD, all of them are Cuddiettes. You know what I'm saying? The homegirl Yesa from LA, she's from New York. Yesa, the groovers. Big shout out to my homegirl Rip Rob. All the whole Cuddy Mac. Dorsey Dons, and LA is just like, it's like there's Cuddy Macs in every freaking corner of this shit, and it's just street culture. So if you understand street culture and you understand the vibe and that energy, when y'all see New Edition, when y'all see BBD, when y'all see Mike Swift, it's all Cuddy Mackin. It's like it's like our own little subculture, our own world. And it's the way we dance. It's our lingo shot. D Bonds, big shout out to D and Kenny. It's like a whole movement.
So Cuddy Mac is not just a dance move.
It's not just a dance move, bro. It's a lifestyle for real. It's a subculture.
So you just can't wake up one morning and wash it off?
You can't wash it off. That's why Omarion is so cold.
You never had a Queen Latifah? You never had a Queen Latifah moment where you say, man, I don't feel like being an OG Cuddy Mac Cliff. I just want to be plain old Cliff today.
It's in me, man. It's in me, man.
It's in you, not on Cuddy.
It's on me like when homegirl threw them grits on Al Green. It was on him. Or when that light go off at Krispy Kreme and that cute heavy set voluptuous brown sugar driving down Crenshaw and she see that light on that Krispy Kreme, what she do? She pull over.
That's right. Okay, here we go now. I gotta get my boy. I gotta get my boy right now. So the moment comes where Stretch just ruined all our dreams. He leaves Houdini. He leaves for a Stretch double. Okay? Stretch has to leave us with a Stretch stunt double. The Stretch proved to be called Buddha Stretch and Houdini. So he wanted to go solo. No. So now, like I said, Houdini, they going through their transition, right? So now you move on from Houdini and link up with 3 other cats that's cold with Nice and Smooth. Talk about that experience. And who did you link up with and dance with them?
Yeah, Nice and Smooth.
Stretch.
Yeah, Stretch. Stretch wanted to stretch out. Shit, he was stretching shit. You know?
That he should. I like to fuck with it.
It's like a whole movement in the abandoned lots. That was them cats. So when he hooked up with Khalif and Marquez from Girl threw them grits on Al Green, it was Stretch. Stretch wanted to stretch out. Shit, he was stretching shit. You know?
That he should. I like to fuck with him though. I like to fuck with the Stretch stunt double.
When me and Stretch did the Diana Ross working overtime video, that's when he met all them fly cats, man, and he was taking they complimented what he was doing, man. It was tribal. All of this shit is tribal, and it's that thing that's in them 5 boroughs from a New York City perspective. So when he hooked up with Khalif and Marquez from Fort Greene and all them fly cats, Stretch he was smelling it differently. So it was time for him to move on, It was like we had our fun and we did our thing, and then he went on and did he did someone's music video who he talked about every night when we would cross each other from in our bunks in the tour bus, Michael Jackson. He went on and
so it's not because he wanted to do the next David Ruffin. It's because he needed to flex his wing.
Yeah, he just wanted to flex his wings. But them cats was in their house dancing and they had their stuff on and niggas was whoop, 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 whoop. And Stretch was like, I'm gonna do my thing. And then me and Greg and Smooth, we go back from when we were young kids. Me and Greg Nice had our first beatbox battle at the age of 16 when he was still with Tila Rock. It's yours. I was beatboxing in my neighborhood. You know what I mean? And Greg and Smooth, they start evolving. And I met, matter of fact, I met Smooth B and Bobby Brown do Lance Romance because Bob and them was living at Lance's crib in the Bronx. And that's how I met Smooth B the first day on the set of we was shooting the Funky Beat video. So by the time Nice and Smooth got all they ducks in order, Greg and Smooth was like, yo, come on and rock with us. And then here come the IBM, the next generation of fly young cats from Brownville. So they was super duper street. You know what I'm saying? They was
Name
rocking
those
all
cats. Name those cats. Name
Cornbread, Jay Leno's great nephew, Cornbread, my man E Boogie, and my man Showtime.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Rest in peace,
and then,
Cuddy.
yep, and my man Mike Swift was from the BX. He was from the Boogie Down Bronx. So he was coming with his whole flavor because Mike Swift came out of the whole IOU dance crew with Scoob Lover and my man Reg. You know, and Catman and all them fly cats that rock Union School, that they used to rock the Latin Quarters and then the rooftop. I mean, Union Square.
Okay.
So Greg was smart enough to say, okay, I'm gonna grab this dancer from the IOU, which is Mike Swift is on his way, yo, quiet as kept. And then he grabbed the IOU dancers and they was giving you the Nicholas brothers. They was giving you, you know, when you was a kid in any ghetto across the country, you know, jumping and flipping on them mattresses in the abandoned lots. That was them cats. You know, period, point blank, out of Brownsville, doing their thing. And Greg Nice put together this assembled group of young men, and we called ourselves Posse Deep. And we started rocking with Greg and Smooth and just having fun with the homies, man. And did Funky for You and How to Flow video. Must decide how to flow. Nice and smooth are good to go. So now it was a different wave of the hip hop dance culture because it was baseline heavy. So I was dancing and my feet was moving more. It was a different vibration. The whole ambiance of the whole energy of hip hop dance was changing from the golden era. It wasn't as colorful. We were wearing, Dickies. We were wearing, it was a different, we were wearing beanies. It was a serious paradigm shift. But Greg still had that Bronx. And then him and Smooth's melodies, it was like Temptations met, the 808. The Temptations met, Dr. Dre or Eazy-E, but it had that Bronx. It was a different thing. And we had a good time with Posse Deep. And we was tearing up. And when we did Soul Train, Don Cornelius came on stage and was like, whoa, what, like the world never saw anything like that.
So you was able to do Soul Train with Houdini and Nice and Smooth?
Yeah.
Oh, how'd that feel, knowing you grew up watching the show?
Like any other black person, any other black man or black woman in the world, Soul Train was everything to us. And what's beautiful about Don Cornelius is he gave us an escape. He was a therapist. We don't go to therapists in the hood. We don't sit down with the man, sit on the couch. Our mothers, your mother, our ancestors sat down. They got them some good hooch, which is liquor for y'all that don't know. They turn on that music loud. They come from work. They stressed out from the boss man. And Saturday morning, they laying next to their man or their woman, and they throw on Soul Train, and that was a blessing. Soul Train is a blessing for the glow. I mean, it was a blessing for Elton John. Elton John, I heard that Elton John reached out and called Don Cornelius and said, "Can I come on Soul Train?" Because he was watching it across the pond.
Right.
So that was everything to us in our community. Would you say, bro?
Speak down a little bit. There you go.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So,
I'm sorry,
cool.
bro. Yeah, so Don Cornelius was a blessing to us, man. He was like,
Okay.
he was Oprah Winfrey back then. Shit.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so check it out. Cliff Love, you riding the full journey because you know the dance game, which Afro was talking about last week. She knows the game, right? So you know the game.
Cold name, Afro.
Yeah, right. Our sister for
Afro.
sure. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like she is so. I hope she can make. You think she can make sweet potato pie? Because with a name like Afro, can she make yams?
Yeah.
You
Like,
should find out, legend. Tell her to send us some apple pie and some yams.
Yeah, yeah. But like know the game. Like I said, we sat down, you and I especially, from 18, 19 years old, and knew what we wanted to do when we get 50 and 60, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So now you did your popping, got your name in the streets, did your Houdini run, wars with Run DMC, transitioning, rocking it with Nice and Smooth, right? Now, by knowing the game, but you still got to live it. You know what I'm saying? Now the music starts to shift. Sheen comes out. That music is not really hitting your boogie chakras no more because of the path you chose on the boogie game. So when did you know, okay, it's time for me to cutty slide this way and wait till the game come around like now, you know what I'm saying? And, break out fresh again. Like when did that moment come? Was it the music? Was it what was happening? Did you lose the love? Like what was it when you it was time to pause. And
I think having a family and and having children.
Technical difficulty.
Because Bob and them was living in Atlanta. That's like, oh, I hate LA. I love LA, man. Even around the time we did Hip Hop Honors, it just wasn't. I look at Charlie Atkins. I look at the Fabulous Flames. I look at Cookie Morris. I look at Lusky. And that's what the Black Eyed Peas are. And then the Black Eyed Peas, it was the 4th of July for them. Yeah. The cats just blew up. And they represented the East Side.
So check it. Since you're going, since I'm
feeling this shit, man.
Right?
I'm feeling this shit, bro. This shit is real, man.
Yeah, since you know,
the hip hop shit is real, man. God damn it.
Yeah, you cut from that OG cloth. You know what I'm saying? From the Renaissance era. And you taking it to the end. And like I said, I seen your journey because I seen it. And we all been through it. Like I said, in the game, horn players may lose their lips. You may lose your boogie. You know what I'm saying? Singers may lose their voice for a minute. You know what I'm saying? All the great ones been through it. So once in a moment, like I said, the music will change. You may have lost your confidence for a second. Tell me that moment or that day you knew you had it back. as an older cat, would you be like, okay, yeah, I still got this. Taking me to that day.
That's interesting. I'm happy you asked me that, bro.
Yeah.
Because I went through a space where I would go do different performances and Jalil would invite me out.
Mm-hmm.
Even around the time we did Hip Hop Honors, it just wasn't in me. It was just like I was on another page in life because I was just dealing with life and just, being a father and raising beautiful children and that whole thing. It hit me again like 5 years ago to where it was just, I was just sitting around for hours and hours and just look on YouTube. Thank God for YouTube and thank God for my man Chester Whitmore. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Just
I was coming next too. You might want to say that. That's coming next. That was my next thing.
So just watching all of this great stuff and one day, Brody, it just came in my feet. It was like homegirl, what's her name? Dorothy, and she put on them goddamn shoes.
Yeah.
And the shit was back. And it's just like I'm having fun again, Brody.
Yes,
it's like
Brody.
I be in Target. I'm in the gas station, Brody. I go to a spot, I put on the baseball cap, and I'll be in the cut, and I just be grooving. And it's just back.
Yeah. And it was just like we was 18 again, because you called me, you was like, Brody, I'm back. And I went and hit Craig, and I was like, Brody, Club Love is back. They were like, woo! Like everybody
I'm
like,
back,
man.
Bro. I'm back, man. I can't wait to dance with y'all again and stretch.
Hey, that's a cold party journey, ain't it? Ain't that a cold party journey when you feel like your boogie ain't boogieing right no more? They can tell.
Man, you see me smiling, I feel like a goddamn vegetarian cheeseburger. I feel like a cheeseburger, Brody. I can't wait to hit the D floor with y'all, Cuddy.
Okay, so now, everything is back. You got your boogie back, like I said. So now, we running in the elders. We coming full circle. How did it feel knowing Chester Whitmore and Fayard Nicholas and all the people you looked up to finally saw you and was like, and admired you? And then after you tell me that, Buster was on your arm, Cuddy.
Man.
Bust the arm out, Cuddy, like you tell me what time it is. Y'all see that?
Can you see it?
That's official Fayard Nicholas signature. And tell him what you did when he signed your arm, C-Love. You tell the story, Cuddy.
I was with my man Life, one of Atlanta's most incredible dancers, hip-hop legends, Pluke's husband, my man L-I-F-E, L-Y-F-E. And my man Chester Whitmore invited me to this tap dance convention, and he put it together, and he was out there grooving, and he said, hey buddy, I want you to come on out and meet one of your heroes is going to be there. I'm going to surprise you. Brody, the line was long, like how when the Corona stuff went down and people were lined up outside the spots. I swear to you, bro, the line was long as hell. And let me tell you something, Brody. We just skipped the line. I saw Fayard Nicholas sitting there, Brody, and we just started filming, and we just started talking to him. But first, Chester, he had he used to do these big band reviews, and he had like Louis Armstrong and Billie Holiday impersonators, and he used to do them at the Sofitel in Beverly Hills. And Fayard Nicholas was there, and then Tashonda was pregnant with Josephine at the time, so we thought Josephine was going to be a boy. So I walked up to Fayard Nicholas. I said, hey, Fayard. I couldn't believe it. I was tearing up, Brody. I was literally tearing up because I met my idol, one of the better halves of the other half of the Nicholas brothers. I said, I'm going to have a son. I'm going to have a son, and I'm going to name him Fletcher Henderson. And he looked at me. He said, what you know about Fletcher Henderson, man? I said, man, Fletcher Henderson is one of my heroes. He said, he was one of my heroes, buddy. So he tapped his wife. He said, hey, sweetie, you hear what this young man says? He's going to name his son after Fletcher Henderson. We ended up having a girl, so we named her Josephine after Josephine Baker.
Yes,
But I'm
indeed.
saying all that to say is, I became really good friends with Fayard, and I got hours and hours and hours of footage of him and I in life talking. And his son Tony became a real dear friend of mine.
Indeed.
And I went to the memorial services in a beautiful home in Baldwin Hills. They invited me, and I walked around and I met all of these dance greats, the legends and the icons. And I was showing my tattoo because I asked Fayard for his autograph. I said, Fayard, can I have your autograph? He said, yeah. He said, you sure you want to put it on your arm? I said, I'm going to a tattoo shop right after this. He got a kick out of that. He said, are you for real? You're going to tattoo this? I said, yeah, it's going to be on my body to the day I go to the upper room.
Y'all hearing this, man? Y'all hearing this, man?
So Fayard signed my arm with a Sharpie, and me and my son Cliff, we drove across town in my truck back then, and we was flying. I'm like if a Sharpie's gonna really wear off. Matter of fact, me, Cliff, and Life, we was together. And I went to this tattoo shop on Melrose, and they inked me up permanently. So now when Tony does festivals all over the world talking about his father, he mentions me. And a shout out to my girl, Kathy Nicholas.
Yeah, that's my girl.
Yeah, Kathy. And she heard about it. So it's been traveling through the world of dance. And yeah, that's dope. I'm happy you asked me that, Ledge, for real. Because a lot of times I forget that I have it on when I meet certain dancers. Matter of fact, I met the guy that played Fayard Nicholas in the one of them the biopic on the Nicholas brothers. I can't pronounce his name. I don't want to disrespect him. He has like an African name.
Yeah, my man. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I know exactly what you're talking about, though.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. It's
Yeah,
something
but
fly.
y'all hearing these people,
name.
like, my man is, we live this boogie game. It ain't just like we jumped out and thrown no cross colors and did the Running Man and had some fun in the 90s. But we live this game every single day, man, to the end. Because Fayard Nicholas and them told us we have to live this to the end. So, like I said, he named his daughter after Josephine Baker. That's what I'm saying, man. We all in this game, man.
And I named my son Fletcher after Fletcher Henderson, the gentleman that created Big Band Swing. He created Big Band Swing. So my son Fletcher Jones Fletcher don't even know how cold he is on the D floor. He just got accepted to NYU TIFF program. At NYU, they just did a TED Talk on him, on my son. So I named my kids this because...
Come on, man, your same son that told me his name was Bobby Blue Bland at 7 years old. Come on now. Come on now. On his own, man. How did you know this at 7 years old?
Man.
My name is Bobby Blue Bland. They go, word? Come on,
man, Ledge. It's like when you eat, drink, and sleep this shit, you have no room for ego and no room for saying, yo, it's about me. Because just to be able to look at the Bessie Smith story, to be able to, to just have all of this beautiful history in front of us, and what me and Stretch did, what me and Lance Romance did, what me and Pooh did, these guys, and you, meeting you at Soul Train, and you was grooving, and you came to Brooklyn, and you was giving us a whole other energy of fly. You was giving us the Minneapolis experience. You was giving us Morris Day. You was giving us Jerome Bennett.
Yeah.
And it was fly.
Yeah.
The fly coats and come on, man. You was wearing cheetah print on your shoes.
Like a motherfucker.
In 86, bro, you was on another level of
figure it out.
And it was another level of fly, and you was grooving. You was grooving, and that's that LA That's what I love about LA. Los Angeles is, I tell people, they say, oh man, you live in LA. I said, look, man, I don't rock with Hollywood. I rock with people that are native. So if you come to Los Angeles, you got to deal with people from Compton, Watts, South Central, from 100 and this and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Because these are the people who are in Pluke, and being able to go to Inglewood over the years and deal with her from straight ahead, and dealing with Pluke and her whole family for 20 years, and people that are basically that are rooted in Los Angeles, living with Kimball in the jungles, meeting Daryl Ephraim and all of these people who are staples in the community, but are no different than my friends that I grew up with in Brooklyn, or my friends that I met in Chicago, or my friends that I met in Oakland. You know, running with Hammer and his partner in crime, Ace. You know, it's just people from the streets, the homie Sway. Rocking with Sway and just dealing with people from the turf, you can't lose.
And now we bring that to this year as we get ready to close it out. Like I said, we were 18, 19 years old. We were like, man, I can't wait. We in our heyday then. And we was like, I can't wait till we get in our 50s and all come together. Me, you, Afro, Salima, Stretch, Fendi, Pluke. Like, we was thinking that then, Brody. So now that time has come. And you stuck with your plan, Cuddy. You got the Central Ave hookup, the whole layout you want to do with the dancers. So tell the people how you finna get us back together and have us looking fly on a whole nother level.
Well, we're gonna come back together next year, and unfortunately I'm not doing the Central Avenue hat collection like I was. I lost my company. I was, just to be 100, and different things had transpired, and the energy and the love for that is not in me no more. So I'm not doing that no more. And it was a great experience, and I met beautiful people, and I'm just moving on in life. But now I launched a beautiful, exotic, first black owned. It's just excellent, y'all. It's called Saison Forged. Me and my man Larry Brown and the homie Schneider, and we dropped a beautiful, and the homie Solo. Give a shout out to the homie Solo, who's Franklin on GTA. And we launched a beautiful wheel collection, high-end wheel collection called Saison Forged. And what we're doing is we're doing phenomenal commercials and lifestyle reels of our wheel collection on classic cars and all the hot new stuff. So I'm bringing back all the Cuddy Macs. I'm gonna bring back Straight Ahead. I'm gonna bring back the Soul Brothers. I'm gonna go grab the homie KB and Kenny, my man Life. Just all the true lords, and we're gonna dress the part, and we just gonna do campaigns that are gonna complement the wheels, the fashion, and we just gonna study. We're gonna have incredible rehearsals, rehearsal time. And I'm gonna grab up Ski. I'm gonna go grab my man Rizzy Mo, Ralph, and Ricky Bell and Ronnie. And we're gonna do some dope stuff, and we're gonna take it to the next level, and we're gonna let the world know that we respect the culture. We just having fun. And we're gonna grab up the young homie Omarion. I'm gonna go get that kid Chris Brown and the rest of these young cats and all the ill, and we just gonna have a good time, and we're gonna go into a zone, and we're gonna release it so sophisticated and just have some fun, man. We're gonna have some fun. And you know what, Brody?
In there with you. Go ahead.
I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you, Ledge.
Like I said, I've been there with you. I've been there with you on this journey. And like I said, I've seen it change. But look, like James always comes back on the one. You still come back like, I'm still going to go with this vision. Whether it's hats or clothing or car rims, it's still coming back to the Boogie, Cuddy, with the vision that we had when we were 18, 19. Whole different thing, but still vision it with the same vision, Cuddy. You determined,
Brody. I'm determined, man, because it's like, I want y'all to know, it's the word responsibility, and we have a responsibility to to enjoy this thing till Ice Cube said something dope a couple of years ago on the BET Awards. He said, as long as you got a tongue, you better not stop rapping.
That's right.
And Ice Cube was dope when he said that. And it's like Janet's still doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She on that next level on her next journey in life, and she having fun.
Cuddy, if they artists tell us we got to go to the end, nigga, how we gonna dispute that? No, they are. I can't do it. That's Bayard Nicholas, man. He said he go to the end. So you can't go no more, Brody. So
Brody,
see you at the finish line, Cuddy Mac.
You said what?
I'll see you at the finish line.
We gonna do it. Hey, Brody, I just want to have a moment in silence for.
Oh, it's coming. We gotta get past this part, and we're gonna close it out.
Oh, okay. Excuse me, Dougie Fresh. I'm moving fast. Slow down, for I'll get a ticket.
Yeah. I already said see each other at the Boogie finish line.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Here go everybody's favorite part of the show right here.
Uh-oh.
Boy, you don't want that smoke. You ready?
It's called You Don't Want That Smoke?
You don't want that smoke, Cuddy, because we come hard. We ain't coming with no easy tic-tac stuff. And me knowing you, I had to go all in.
Okay. All right, hit me.
Top, Cuddy. We ain't playing no games.
All right, hit me.
Josephine Baker or Lola Falana?
Josephine.
Good.
Okay, hit me.
The coldest slide. Jimmy slide, or the ski slide? And Ski's in the room when he's watching you. The Godfather's watching you. The Jimmy slide or the ski slide?
Man.
That shit was on.
Because I was there. I gotta give it up to the Godfather. Ski Inglewood finest. Ski put Inglewood on the map before any rapper. I was like, what the hell is Inglewood? He was like, that's where I'm from, Brody. Class of 77. It's like class of 77.
Class of 77.
Remember? Class of 77. You don't stop promoting your high school free lunch program looking. Go-dee-da.
Who's the faithful in hip hop for us?
Who's the what?
In hip hop for us. Which white man made his impact? Ric Flair or Tom Jones?
Ric Flair. Ric Flair.
Okay.
Have no fear, it was Ric Flair.
Master of the hooks, hip hop. Nate Dogg or TJ Swan?
Dougie Fresh. No, but Nate Dogg is phenomenal, man. Nate Dogg is phenomenal. But that goddamn Dougie Fresh.
That's a good one.
That motherfucker Dougie Fresh, man.
I didn't say Dougie Fresh. I said TJ Swan.
I know. But I said Dougie Fresh. Let's just low key.
That was a cold one, right?
That was a cold low key. But TJ Swan was cold. That cat had the coldest shark skins, and TJ Swan's a player, man. That's a player.
You said TJ Swan.
Nobody beats the. I remember listening to TJ Swan album with Ralph. Me and Ralph. Rizzy Mo was like, yo, you heard TJ Swan's new cuts? He listened to TJ Swan whole album. He was like, he's dope. I was like, yeah, he's the rap version of you, but he was giving Ralph the love him. He was in Boston grooving to that nigga, TJ Swan.
Hey.
All right, go ahead, Ledge. Ledge is a fool.
Oatmeal or cream of wheat?
Oatmeal or cream of wheat? Well, growing up as a kid in that cold weather, I ate cream of wheat first. Oatmeal was good, but that goddamn cream of wheat was the first thing on the list. Hey, Ledge, real quick, what you know about these cats?
Introducing Phantom of the Dark Room. My advent with levitation from efficient
Shoulders.
We educate our students to be
What'd you say? Woo! Them cats?
when you're put to the test.
That's the Bronx. No, go ahead. All right, go ahead. Continue. I'm getting excited.
They put you on, put your that Rick James in. Me and C Love got a little Rick James in us that we bring to the hip hop game.
Yeah.
So how you like your cootie? How you like your cootie? Bare baby face?
What the fuck?
Mandinga bush or landing strip?
Mandingo bush. You a fool, man.
Soundtrack only. Black Caesar or Superfly?
Black Caesar.
Woo!
I like Black Caesar. That James Brown did that Joker. Yeah.
Okay.
James Brown, man.
Who would you take to the Parliament art exhibit? The art exhibit. Betty Davis, the Funk Master, or Grace Jones?
Grace Jones.
I knew you would.
I grew up on Grace. I love Grace, man. Grace is like for the graffiti head, like her and Blondie Deborah Harry with a face of, Grace Jones is like, she the ultimate chocolate drop. You can't get it.
I've been heavy into Betty Davis, Cuddy, for the last 2 days. I've been going hard.
Yeah, I love Betty Davis. She cold, man. She is the true, it's like she gave birth to Erica and all the rest of these young mamas out here doing it.
Ooh, pressure. Coldest dance movement. The Lindy Hop, or our era, hip hop boogie.
The Lindy Hop, man.
You like the Lindy Hop better?
Yeah, man. Because they were doing things that, it was crazy, man. Like no one to this day is doing what they were doing. And people could mimic whatever we did and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. But nobody could mimic that goddamn Whitey's Lindy Hop. Mm-hmm. Them little kids in Harlem was not playing.
Your best memory at Coney Island or coming out to LA, Magic Mountain?
Repeat that question again and make sure I get it right.
Coney Island and your best moments, because that's your hometown, or Magic Mountain. You got to LA. Vibe wise, not rides, but vibe. Best memory.
Yeah. Coney Island, because in Coney Island, you had a place called the Himalayas. So my mother, when she was a young girl in my generation.
We're going again. This is run out in 20.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I'm saying we're about to run out in 10 seconds.
Okay.
We only got 3 seconds left. So we're going to come back, y'all, for 5 minutes. Let this run out, and we're going to come back for 5 minutes.
Damn. All right, cool. All right.
You ain't too flat to fly. What? What you know about that, Papa Chicken?
3 questions, and C-Love got the floor.
Here we go. You got 3 more questions.
Okay.
Yeah. Who's B-Love in there getting his studio production on? So check it out, okay? Thelma?
This is why.
Yeah. Thelma or Halle Berry?
Everything.
Thelma.
Oh shit. Who we asked?
Shit.
Here we go. Some East Coast, West Coast. VIMs or aardvarks?
VIMs.
On your coldest Sunday shot when you just feel like chilling, C-Love mode. Linen or silk?
Linen.
I knew you were going to say that.
Linen.
Would you feel more comfortable getting your boogie on in? Lecoq Sportif or Carl Kanai?
Cornbread. What up, Scotty?
But
Okay. Okay.
Lacoste, Azar Lacoste.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Gonna put the pressure on you now.
Hit me, player.
Your childhood crush, Sinclair from Pepper John, or Remy Ma?
Say that again. I'm sorry. What you say?
Your childhood crush, Mad Sinclair from Trapper John MD, or Remy Ma? That's the one you
Remy
used to
Ma.
like, right? You like the chick from Trapper John, right?
Nah.
Which one did you like?
I don't even know. I'm trying to remember the people from Trapper John MD. I like what's the name from the Jeffersons? The Willis's daughter. What was her name? The little fine one upstairs.
Yeah, Jenny.
Jenny, man.
Okay, let's switch it around then. Let's switch it around then. Jenny or Thelma?
Oh my God.
Yeah, there you go.
Woo! I gotta go with my girl. God.
Yeah, yeah.
Cause it was like Thelma was the super fine. She's like a Project Power Ranger, and I love my Project Power Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
And that goddamn Thelma, man.
Jenny.
But I'm Jenny. But yeah, I gotta go with Thelma, man. That's
Okay.
a cold one, legend. That's a cold one.
Last one. I'll make it even colder. Young Fayard, Nicholas,
Who'd you pick, Delbert?
MJ, in the black pants, V-neck t-shirt, glitter socks, penny loafers, in the circle to a James Brown record. Who wins it?
Michael.
Ooh,
Michael.
what?
Michael.
So see, love, man. You, like I said, you my brother, one of my best friends on earth, my cutty mat. You know, we know each other's moms, we know each other's kids. You know, my kid calls you Unc, your kids call me Unc, Cuddy.
Yeah.
So, man, it's been such a pleasure having you, telling your stories, Cuddy, from the beginning to now. So, what would you like to leave us out with? And so everybody remember this day. That see love bless us with this hip hop boogie game.
I just want to everybody keep it moving forward, man. You know, keep this thing elevating, keep having fun with it. You know, big shout out to all the young kids in the streets of wherever you from in the hood. You know, all the new hot fly crump dancers and all the cats that's coming with the ill footwork, all them fly cats over in Paris, France, and you know, all these cats that made a contribution to this. Some of my idols, Turbo and Michael Jackson and the Nicholas brothers and my man Stretch and Fendi and, you know, the Les twins, to the Godfather Ski for blessing us with beautiful character and that smile, man. You know, Ski he has fun with this thing, man. And what we saw on Soul Train is how he is in real life. You know, it's like he loved his goddamn cat. Remember, he used to always talk about Boots?
Yeah.
He talk about, I'm like, who the hell is Boots? Your brother? He was like, no, that's my cat. Man, I couldn't stop laughing. I said, I ain't never a grown-ass man love his cat so much. When Boots died, he was sick as a dog. It was like, Brody, Boots died. It was like me and Ricky Bell was like, cut it back. You talk to Ski?
Boots.
He was like, you talk to Ski? I was like, what's up? He said, Boots died. I was like, oh, man. It's like, man, Boots was a part of the family. So, you know, your man Turbo, just all my inspirations and all of the loved ones, man, and just all our brothers that's not here with us no more. I just want to give it up in a moment of silence to the homies that's not here no more from the world of dance. You know, my man Ant Live from Corona, Queens, the whole Paid in Full posse, my man Rap from Fort Greene, Paid in Full posse, my man DJ Lance, the original Grandmaster. You know, Matt, you know, DJ Lance, the homie Heavy D, my man Showtime, you know, from the IBM dancers, the homie Steezo. I never really met Steezo, but he represented the culture and he passed on us during this corona, you know, and the good brother Voodoo Ray. Voodoo Ray always had something to say, you know, part of the whole mop top stretch movement, just good vibrations.
Mr. Animation.
Oh man, Ledge, man.
Mr.
That was a
Animation.
cold one too, man.
That was our guy. Shake, yeah.
Oh man, Shake, the
Don
homie
Campbell,
Shake.
the Grand Master, Don Campbell.
Yeah. The true ones, and Shake came from the B Street era, and he evolved all the way into the whole next level of boogieing, and he did all the choreography for Guy, and you know your man, you know your whole Guy movement.
Peace to my man too. I didn't know him that well because I didn't study him that well. I just remember he had the dope coat on his shoulder, but I see how much Stretch and all these cats respected him. But peace to my man Tyrone Proctor. Because I didn't follow his career too much, but I remember the shit on the shoulders. I remember that for like a motherfucker. I'll never forget that. I thought that was a cold as shit move. He just came down the line, not even dancing, just posing. I was like, woo! So that was enough for me.
The way he dressed, the way he talked to you, you know, it's nothing like people treating you like a kid.
I met him last Christmas. I was with V-Love. I met him like last Christmas, kind of. Where we kind of know. When Don Campbell got his street named after him. That's where I kind of connected with him, I believe. Yeah.
And bro, we can't forget and we can't forget the one of the True Godfathers rerun.
Oh, for sure.
You know, Freddie Stubbs, aka the Penguin. You know, Rerun's original name is the Penguin. You know, and the homegirl Norma Miller and Frankie Manning from the Whitey's Lindy Hoppers. You know, these are all our ancestors, y'all, and I just enjoy doing this. This is the first time I've ever did anything like this on this level. I don't even know how to get on Instagram. I can't even check an email half the time, but I know how to go on the email. That's just by choice.
Yeah,
but I just want to thank you for this opportunity, Brody.
That clears is so funny to me, and let's clear this up, C-Love.
Okay.
Especially you and I, right? It's funny because you get like older people or maybe some holy rollers and be like, you know what I'm saying? Because they know we go to the after hour clubs. Like we hang out with older cats. We hang out with pimps.
Doobie.
Street hustlers.
Did it, man.
You know, like trill cats, right?
Yeah.
But it has nothing to do with pimping or nothing like that. So why I said we like to live it. So explain to them why us going to the after hours was just equivalent to cats going back to the Hoopers Club back in the day. Explain to them how we just want to live out the life of a dancer. Explain to them.
Well, I think the whole after hour culture is something that dates back again to the 1800s when BB Mason created the first city in Los Angeles back in 1873, whatever, and you had brothels and you had this, because that's the economy in the community. That's how Central Avenue was built, and the Dunbar Hotel and whatever manifested in Harlem back in the 20s and 30s, because this is where people meet, and this is how people fed their families, how people brought properties. You know, you meet somebody in the after hours. I don't drink, I don't get high, but I would go and hang out with Uncle Doobies with you and Kane just to sit back and meet people that are prominent in the community. And it was a subculture where African Americans meet. So that was the next level of underground society that you met people that were, during the day, they were politicians, but they're African Americans. So people could just come, you could let your hair down. Nobody's judging you. And that's the beautiful thing about, and I want to say this, bro, you can't judge anybody for what they do or how they look or what they wear. And that's when the word humble comes in, and the word being just loving people for who they are. And by going to Uncle Doobie's, I just met people that were movers and shakers during the day, but moved the economy in Los Angeles, but a
Come
part of
on
the
now.
blueprint in LA from the 60s and the 70s and the 80s. And I'm meeting real people and the most amazing, talented people in the entertainment industry, without saying their names, were in there. And I heard they were in there because you go let your hair down. And you just get a lot of game
Big name,
on how to
T-Love. Big
survive.
name. Big name. You just let away walk right past you like they weren't even there, Cuddy.
Brody, I tell people all the time, the ghetto made us funky. I'm a product of the ghetto, and I was able to see it differently through my eyes. And that's what we share, because the streets taught us. The streets taught Mr. Jackson. That's why his sons were so cold, because he was from Oakland. You know, so it's like a lot of people shy away from where they from, and I understand that. But I love where I'm from.
Yeah.
I love the fact that I could say I'm from Bed-Stuy, but I could also say that I'm from South Central Los Angeles now, and the people from South Central took me in, and I respect South Central, and I love South Central. This is some fly shit. I call it Hawaii-fornia.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
California, cold, man.
So yeah, so man, so now we got that clear, man. So no, me and C-Love was not thinking about disrespecting our sisters and prostituting and stuff. We was going for the stories, the energy that gives us, you know, like I said, the full picture of what we're doing. Like I said, it's best to get it from the elders. Like I said, because you never know. Like I said, what you meet, like I said, is equivalent to how the cats that we looked up to got down back in the day by going to the Hoopers Club. Same vibe. Yeah,
Exactly.
so yeah,
we aren't here no more.
Yeah, strictly, like I said, it all comes back to the boogie. You know?
That's
every
right.
time. Every time. Great comedians be there. Like, man, oh, come on, man. I'm not saying no names. Just incredible, like I said, stories. And some nights you might get a bad night. You be like, whoo, shit. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, you need all that. You know what I'm saying? To enhance, like I said, because we need colors, we need energy, we need vibe to do this boogie thing. So yeah, like that. Once again, C-Love, man, I'm just like, you know, honored to have you. We all honored to have you. We all want to hear your story. You know, I love you, brother, you know, to the end, you know, to the very end.
No, I love you too, man. This was a lot of fun, man. This was a lot of fun. Big shout out to the homie Bamba, a.k.a. Bamba War, a.k.a. Black Stereo, my brother out of Amsterdam, representing Suriname, represent Salif La Sauce, Young Fly Hoofer from Paris, France, that's just doing it. The Les Twins and that young man, that young fly cat Chris Brown, the young homie Omarion, you know, Young O, and just everybody else out there that's just giving it up.
There's some Cuddy Max out there coming up too, man. Young Fletcher and young Jay Baz and young Malachi. That's keeping the Cuddy Max part of us alive.
Oh, Malachi,
they taking it somewhere else too, Cuddy. They taking it high. They serious about it too, man.
That's true, bro. That's true.
Yeah. So, man, I'm glad you guys enjoyed Soul Brothers Presents Hip Hop Dance Stories next week.
Hey, Ski said, who had better shoulders? V-Love told me during the break, Ski said, who had better shoulders? Rizzy Mo or Legend?
I'm going to give it to Legend. Rizzy Mo had the coldest shoulder lead, though. But I think my shoulder is colder.
Will Ralph hit him with sensitivity and then lean up against the wall?
Oh, okay, that's what he got me on that. He got me. I can't do nothing.
I couldn't stop laughing, but that's we owe it all to you, Godfather. Ski, we love you. We'll give it up to Ski, the coldest Soul Train dancer to me in the history was the homie Ski, and the homegirl Cookie Morris. She had the coldest.
That's right.
She would spin from the top and come all the way to the bottom real slow and just start kicking. This is how she moved. So y'all go on YouTube and y'all look up Cookie Morris from Soul Train. The matter of fact, Spike Lee used her at the end of the movie of Crooklyn. When they showed the Soul Train footage.
Yes.
I said, Spike got it, man. He understands this, man. But yo, Ledge, good looking, Playboy. I love you, bro.
Hold on. She's coming up. And to show you guys that
was it. Glad you guys enjoyed the Ali Shuffle replay. Cliff Love part 2 and 3. See you next week. We got Salima, and then the one that started off the whole pilot. But until then, Coach Cuddy's out, representing for Be Love, Afro, and Legendary. Cuddy salute. Rest in peace. G-Bone, we with you forever. Clap, clap, wave. Ultra wave.